In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys every single build that I used as movie sets for all of my Roblox movies. All of them. So basically, you're going to be seeing the behind the scenes of all of the movie sets. If you haven't seen any of my Roblox movies, then you are definitely missing out. The playlist will be in the comment section below for you guys, as well as the description. You do not want to miss those. It's voice acting, professional editing, full-on scripts, like everything is coordinated and they're so good. They're so good. So highly recommend. This is kind of a long video, so make sure you have a snack or have your lunch or something while you watch this. But yeah, let's get started. So the first ever movie that I created was The Silent Screams of Bloxburg. There's one special build that we used because we only needed one build, and that was this manor right here. But yes, this is where all of the murders happen. So let's go in. So they drive along here. Oh, also should probably say this. There's gonna be spoilers. If you haven't seen any of the movies or a specific movie, because I will say each one for each build, make sure you watch that before you see the behind the scenes. Otherwise, there will be spoilers. All right, let's go over here. So here's what the manor looks like from the bottom. This is where everyone arrives. They go up the steps and we have the entryway right here. It's very dark to keep in that like mystery drama style, you know. Ignore the gray plants. That's from an old update. It kind of messed up my plants a little bit. This area over here was used for when they first arrive. This is where they meet the maid, and then also where they search for things when something happens. There's a ton of living rooms, but they all look different. So here is the next one. This is where they play the board game, which I did move. I don't know why I moved it. We have a desk over here. This is just a random closet. I don't even know why I put stuff in here because it's never opened. Here's the phone where they figure out the phone lines are down. Over here is the kitchen with, oh, a ton of waters. Those should not be there. But yes, this is where they find like the broken glass. But yes, this is the kitchen where the maid works and everything. And then this is where, spoiler, the first murder happens. This movie was made over a year ago and the plates are still here. So it really shows you that I don't touch the movie sets after filming. For those who have seen the movie, there's a reason why I put this here. If you've seen the movie, you know why, but it'll make sense if you've seen the movie. I put this statue there on purpose. Over here, this is where they figure out like who the murderer is. Like this is where everything goes down. Someone dies literally right here. And then over here, we have the billiard room, I think is what it's called. And then this is where, spoiler again, where the maid dies. There's also a ton of blaming that goes on over here. Here we have the greenhouse where another person dies. It is a murder mystery after all. And then this is also where this tool is. It'll make sense if you know. If you know, you know. That's our phrase for today's video. If you know, you know. And then we do have the upstairs, which is barely used, but they do end up going up here. All of these rooms are empty because we don't actually use them. So why bother making them? The only reason that I do have a couple things up here is because of it being like the front room. So like I wanted a little bit there so it kind of looked more realistic. But yeah, no one actually uses these, so why bother making them? And then over here, this is where another person dies. And then all of these, again, are empty because they're not needed. However, there is a bathtub here for when we did need to take care of moods upstairs. This was just closer because it just made things a lot easier. But that is the manor from The Silent Screams of Bloxburg. So let's move to the next one. The next movie we're going to be talking about is the Latte love story. The first one we're going to do is, of course, the most famous, which is the coffee shop. This is the main set, and this build was actually used twice in two movies. It was used in this one, and it was also used in the love triangle as kind of like a little connection. People like to call it the Robuilds cinematic universe, and I totally agree. But yes, it was used in two movies. So as you can see, there's no snow anymore from the Latte love story. There's a couple patches there, but there's pretty much no snow because I did have to use it for the love triangle recently. Obviously that one takes place during the fall, so I could not have snow everywhere. These two buildings here are empty. That's why there's shutters here, because I don't want you guys looking inside. This one did have, actually, these shutters should be open. I think I did put actually something in there. Ah, yes, this was a clothing store. But yeah, I don't actually like have those buildings decorated because no need. First off, we do have Becca's scooter. If you know, you know. Yeah, this was definitely used. You could see there's some stuff around here from the last movie. And then we have the kitchen. We have the famous snow globe. It is here. All the food is exactly the same from the Latte love story and the love triangle. So they're probably a little moldy, but we're just not going to talk about that. And then back here is the kitchen. We did not use the kitchen in the love triangle, but we did use it for the Latte love story where they do all the baking. This is also where Becca falls over, so that's why there's probably a box over there. It's probably from over here. But yes, this is the kitchen. I honestly am obsessed obsessed with this kitchen. It is definitely that commercial vibe, and I don't know, I really have a spot in my heart for this kitchen. It just looks so good. Hazel uses this bathroom, and then up here is Becca's like little apartment. So we have a kitchen here. From the Latte love story, the Christmas tree is still here. I did not take it out. There's still snow here as well from that, but most of the snow is gone because of the love triangle. We just didn't use this area because Becca wasn't a main character. She was just a surprise character. And then we do have Becca's bathroom. I guess someone put all the toiletries on the ground. That's great. And then over here we do have Becca's bedroom as well. I love this build so much. It is adorable. I really do like this one. But that is the Latte love story and the love triangle. Now there's one more build that was used during the Latte love story, and it was also used during the Bloxburg Christmas Carol. Now see, this one makes sense to add snow, so I'm gonna add snow to this one. Looks a little more festive now. But this is the winter city slash town that was used for the Latte love story and the Bloxburg Christmas Carol. Capto helped me build this. We built this pretty much in almost a day together. We like knocked this thing out, and it turned out really cool. Just a casual city walkway, and most builds don't even have anything in them because it wasn't needed. But we do have like, you know, some spots over here just to make it a little bit more festive. I think there's at least a mood station somewhere. Okay, there was clothing here, but I guess there's no clothing rack there. One of these builds also does have stuff in it, but most of it is just fake like screens behind just to like cover the windows so you can't see anything. Ah, here we go. This is from the Christmas Carol. All the candles are off. There we go. All the candles are on now, but this is from the Christmas Carol. It's just supposed to look kind of poor. If you've seen the Christmas Carol, you understand. There's also just a random door here because I needed it to look like a house. So I just used the set right here. It was just really easy. I mean, you'd have no idea because you couldn't see from certain angles. But then up here, again, there's nothing because it wasn't needed. Little movie magic for you. And then we just keep walking down. It's just a bunch of little shops and such. Over here, this is for where Scrooge was. Here's what that looks like. So this is where the girl worked because I changed it to a girl just to like change up the story a little bit. And then there's also, this is where Scrooge works. He's got his big safe right here behind him because he's got to keep an eye on that, you know? And then up here is Scrooge's bedroom. Very gray and boring. And then I do have all the bells here because one of the ghosts, you do have all the bells that ring. So of course I had to add those. We got the fireplace over here. This I think is, yep, empty once again because not needed. And then we have a bunch of wardrobes. Sometimes I have hidden wardrobes. This is kind of a filler, but also this is how we did face changes because they were right here. So I just made it quicker for face changes. You guys might not know, but when all the face changes happen in Bloxburg, we have to pause the video. They have to go put in the correct code and then come back to their spot. Face changes take a long time and definitely add to the filming time when it comes to making the movies. If you ever see a wardrobe like really close to a character in one of my movies, there's a reason for it. So now you know, that's a little secret of mine. All of these, again, are fake, except for this one. This is the little Christmas shop that Becca and Lucas went into, where we learned about Becca's, I think, grandmother, if I'm correct. And then I feel like there's gotta be a clothing rack somewhere. Oh, I did delete it. Okay, there was one right here when we were filming. There was one right here. This for the Christmas Carol actually was not here. I turned it into a big hill and I changed it back. Why? I don't exactly know. The ice skating rink where Becca teaches Lucas how to ice skate and where he falls on his butt and also knocks her down. And then this is where they have like their little conversation where she like drags him over to the ice skating rink. And then a little trick from Capto, he made like a fake building set behind here to make it look like it was a bigger plot than it actually was. What's it called? Like forced perspective or something. So from here, it just looks like it's a really big hill behind us. But if we walk up to it, look how small these houses are. They're the same size as me. So that's just a little trick that he did. I thought that was really cool. Even the trees he made smaller to make them look more realistic. And then we also just have like a fake bathroom thing here, but I think there's actually, yep, bathtubs. There you go for our moods. But this is the ice skating rink. And if you look from the top, it's actually the shape of a stocking. That was a little thing I wanted to add. But this is the Latte love story and the Christmas Carol build. Let's move to the movie Susan. We're gonna start off with Sabrina's house, which I believe is called Cottage. Here is Sabrina's cottage that I built. There's also a speed build for this one if you do like it a lot. So this is where all the characters walk down to meet Sabrina. Here's the bridge here. This is where they hide behind the bushes. Ignore the grass. That's the actual grass it's supposed to have. Here's what the cottage looks like from the front, where they knock on the door. Here's the little drop down area. We got the kitchen where they were searching. Love the flooring of this one. I'm so proud of it. Here is where they get all of their magical powers. And then if you guys noticed, we snuck a little Freddy. Oh, someone moved it. Oh my gosh. This is supposed to be Freddy's. Oh no. There was a little Easter egg of Freddy. I think it was like this or something. Or was it this one? Oh man, I don't remember, but this is supposed to be Freddy's top hat. Over here, this is where they do some of their searching. This is also where I do like from the beginning where I go like edited by Robuilds and I go down like this. Like that's also the shot. But this is the library, and then the library is also designed upstairs, which I don't think I actually show, but it is there. I did decorate it. And then down here we do have a bathroom. Well, it's supposed to be a bathroom, but again, the door was closed the entire time, so why bother? Upstairs, we did use it for our light box, our beds, face changes, and our moods. We did not have a lot of people for this one, so we were actually using a ton of alt accounts. A lot of the actors were actually controlling not one, but 2 characters. I was even controlling a character myself, so I was filming and using a character. We were having a really tough time with this movie. Like, it was so stressful. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I really do like it. It's a good story. I'm proud of it. And the magical effects took forever, so that made it even more stressful. I was doing a lot of late nights for this movie. For those who know me, I'm not someone who stays up late, so late nights, those are rough for me. But yeah, so this is the downstairs. We don't touch the upstairs, but we do touch the basement. So this is where the basement is. Definitely looks like a basement. I'm really proud of how it turned out. But here's the basement, just a lot of trinkets. We do have a little teaser here for a Susan doll. We have this sculpture right here as a little Easter egg from the Silent Screams of Bloxburg. And that is everything for Sabrina's house. Did I even decorate the outside? Oh yeah, see, there's no windows back here because it wasn't needed. And then here's the basement. The water goes all the way here, but I just needed it for perspective as well. I love behind the scenes, so I hope you guys are liking this video. Make sure to leave a like if you do enjoy it. Now there is one that I don't have. It's actually on Grande Mochi's plot, but it's the one where it's Susan's lair. I actually don't have that because I did not have the potion bottles, but Grande Mochi does have that. And if you do want to see it, there is a live stream. But there's one more plot that we did use, and I believe it's called like movie sets or something. Yep, movie sets. Here we go. This one has a ton of sets from Susan. Here is the madness of the Susan sets. So as you can see, we have a ton of mood stuff because that's always important. We have the green screen section from the area where we have the news anchors. And yes, I did actually use the green screen. We have Styles Hair Studio. This is actually built by Grande Mochi, and it's all custom stuff. But you know what? We needed a secret door. So we had to rebuild the entire hair salon just for the singular door. That's it. We just needed that door, but we needed to build the whole thing for it. For face changes, we have this. There's more steps to get to this one, so to make it a little bit closer, we did move it over here. And you can't tell, just looks like you're going to Styles. So just cool little tricks. This is Regain Riot's bedroom. So here's what it looks like. And this is just a door to make it look like a closet. And then we also had all of the blinds closed for them because it just made it look like it was an actual bedroom. And then this is Pita Bread's bedroom. And then again, see, these blinds are closed because we did not want to show the outside because what's that? Oh look, another face changing area. So yeah, these are the 2 bedrooms from the beginning of the film. Next up right here, I know this one looks so whack, but you can kind of guess from the outside what it is from the textures. But if we take a peek inside really quick, it's actually the library of City Hall. It's a much more detailed City Hall, I will say that, but this is how you get to it. I wanted to make it look like Town Hall, so I had to copy the colors over. So yeah, it definitely looks ancient and old down here, and I put a little poster of Coeptus as a little Easter egg. But yeah, this is literally just full of books. I had a few people help me load this with books because I didn't want to copy the same bookshelf over and over and over. I want it to be a variety, so I did change it up. And then there's also a dome up here, which is really cool. I do like how that turned out. But yeah, that is the ancient library. See guys, doesn't it look lovely from the outside? All right, this next one here, you can see we got the moods a little bit closer. There should be a clothing rack. So, oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, someone moved all my boxes. These were not here. Someone I don't know who it was, but someone sabotaged the plot when we were filming. This is supposed to be the back room area for Susan's shop. We do have the area where she finds the secret door. Here it is right here. And then it does go down. This is where I cut the video footage to go to Grande Mochi's plot. I was actually going to build it. It was going to be right here, and I did have it all laid out, but I just didn't have enough of the potion bottles, and I really needed those for that build. So we ended up just cutting it right there, and then Mochi has the other section. We'll go to this one soon. And then this one over here, this is supposed to be Town Hall. This is where they get the ladder for Panda and Annex to come down. Also, yes, I am aware of the mistake in Susan. It's a massive mistake, and I was not feeling good when I was editing, so I did not recognize the mistake. But yes, Annex and Panda are not supposed to be Susan's lair when they're saying the incantation. That was not supposed to be in there, but they were supposed to come down the ladder at some point, so I did need that set. So this is literally just a ladder to make it look like there was a ladder on Town Hall. And then lastly, on this plot, we do have the cave where they find one of the codes. So this is all the cave right here. We got the special door right here where it has the blue light or whatever. We do have the fancy crystal cave area, and then there at some point was a little sticky note thing here, but this is what it looks like. It's so fancy. I love the colors. But yeah, so I was able to fit this many of the sets on one plot. It definitely looks funny, but overall, I'm really proud of how the movie did turn out. I just wish there wasn't that big mistake at the end. Next up, we have the final summer. This one is with my summer camp, Camp Bliss. We had a lot of lag issues while filming because of the size of this thing, but I built this, I think, the year before. So I built this last year, I think, if you're watching this in 2024, because it is almost 2025, which is weird to say. But yeah, I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to make a horror movie in Bloxburg with a summer camp. Here is the welcome sign, welcome to Camp Bliss. And then we have our cars over here for our employees. We never used this section of the build because it just wasn't going to work out with the story. Here we have the camp assignments, bunk assignments, where they all figure out what cabin they go to. Here, I don't think we actually showed going into, but this is just the office and the like nurses area or whatever. And then we also, as you can see, we have like a ton of stuff on the ground. Those were just props that we needed. So yeah, this was like our prop room, I guess. That's why there's briefcases and stuff. Right here is where they all say, welcome to Camp Bliss and all of that type of stuff, you know? So this is where all of them meet each other and they all get introduced to the campground. If we walk down this way, we have the greenhouse. This is where one of them dies. I love this greenhouse. I just had to incorporate it. And for those who have actually watched the speed build of this, because I do have a speed build for it, none of these trees were actually here. All of these pine trees or whatever, those were not part of it. We actually added the pine trees and moved the location of the plot so you couldn't see anything in the background. That's why there's trees there now. They were never actually there to begin with. We have just a random soccer field, never used it, didn't really think it was needed, especially because you can see through it, so we could not use that at all. But this is the cafeteria that we do use, where we had the lunch lady. We never show the kitchen because not really needed. And then here is where we have the trophy case. Here is Wyatt. This is his white hat. If you know, you know. This is the bathroom. Let's put this back over here. I never cleaned it up. But again, if you know, you know. This is the bathroom. This is where everything goes down. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And then we have this area where they hide for a little bit after the greenhouse, a random spot that I chose on the fly. And then we have all of our cabins. There's just random sunscreen on the ground. Love that for us. This is one of the cabins that I don't think we actually showed. Yeah, we didn't show this one. Here's another one of the cabins, cabin yellow. This is the red cabin. This is where our main characters were, right here. Cabin 4, the green cabin, where another one dies, unfortunately, right here. Some people are glad that that person died and some people are not, but you know, that's part of what happens in a horror story, right? And then we do have cabin 5, the blue cabin, which I don't believe is used, but then there's one more cabin, which is the purple cabin, and this is where they meet Zoe. This is also the computer where things are seen that they wish they had not seen. And then we have Camp Rock over here. This is where all the camp stuff happens. We got the fire scene, and then we have over here the activity center. Wasn't really necessary, so we didn't use it, but we did use this area. See this little thing in the water? You can only see it from certain angles. Up right there. This is a transparent cube that I'm currently standing on, so I look like I'm walking on water, but this is where the character laid down so I could get the really cool scene. But yes, this is a transparent cube that they could lay on so it looked like their body was floating, because our characters, they can't lay on their back like this. This is what they do. So I had to leave the cube here so they could lay on the cube so it looks like their body was floating from the top of the water. Mwahaha. Sometimes I'm concerned for my writing, but let's just move on. The last area that we're going to talk about for the summer camp, this area, the cave. So this is the little crystal cave that they walk through. I'm just going to jump down here, but they walk through all of this, and then there's all of this stuff over here. We got the stop sign, don't cross, you know, like don't go past, but you know what they do? They go past it. So this is the little like mine area with the random like jail cells. Very dark in here. We did have to use flashlights in here because of how dark it was. And then we do have just a bunch of coins and riches, and then we also have the keys on the pillar. Oh, they're not there. What the heck happened to my keys? Someone took my keys and didn't put them back. And I believe that is everything for the summer camp. I didn't talk about this part. This is where like the person like walks across and then they stand on the diving board, and then that's when that stuff happens. But yeah, that is the summer camp. But there's one more part of that movie that I have not shown, and that is the old cabin store from the backstory. I really wanted to incorporate a backstory with this one. So if you guys notice, the saturation was lowered on the backstory because it was a backstory. And usually those are in black and white, or they're more of a muted tone, so you know that it's the backstory and not present day. But this is that cabin where the backstory is actually talked about. So this is where they meet and have like their little conversation. But that is all of the sets for the final summer. We have one more movie to talk about, and that is the love triangle. We're going to start off with the most simplistic plot of them all, the train station. We did not have trains in Bloxburg yet, so I had to not show a train. Like I made a train station, but then we just pretended like the train already drove off. off. But here's the train station. It was so easy to build, but I just made like fake tracks, and I did bring it all the way over here because of perspective. It's a very simplistic train station where I also put an Easter egg of one of the survivors of the final summer. So if you noticed that, let me know in the comments. But that's just the train station. Let's move to the next one. The two houses. If you guys recognize this, that's because Depanda Girl and I did a collab video where we swapped houses every 5 minutes. I also recently did one with Capto if you guys want to watch that one. Capto and I basically just made fun of each other the whole time, so I hope you enjoy it. For this one, I didn't really want to build an entire new house, so I actually took one of these houses and turned it into one of the sets for the love triangle. So I used this one on the left, and then here is the car. But yeah, I just turned it into fall colors. I extended it a little bit, so as you can see, it is a different size just by like maybe 4 units. But this is the living room. We have the bathroom here. We got the dining where they talk, the kitchen where they chat, and then up here, nothing over here because wasn't needed. But we do have the bedroom over here. So this was going to be Hazel's like guest bedroom. This is where she stayed. But yeah, so I just like changed the colors to make it a little bit more fall themed. But why make a whole entire build when I've already got some? So I just adjusted some things and called it a day, and it really worked out. But yes, this is the house from the love triangle. This is a build I made maybe 2 years ago if I'm correct, and I thought it'd be really cute to do like a love story during the fall. Yes, look, it's the car again because we needed 2 of those because you can't transfer cars to other plots. And then we also have Will's truck right here. If you guys notice, there's always one car that never moved, and that was this one because this was his parking spot and his car, and he was pretty much here all the time because, well, he worked here. But right here we have the ticket booth, so this is where they get their tickets for the first time. Here's the entrance. We have the truck. You can actually sit in the truck, which is really cool. This was before we actually had trucks, so I had to make a custom truck, and it was really difficult. And then to the left we have the pumpkin patch. This is where they start their little like date in a way. It was basically a date. It was basically a date. But yeah, this is where they have the conversation. This is the pumpkin they talk about. Here we have the little cutouts, and look, you can actually sit there. It's really cute. And then we have the concussion slides. We gotta do it for the video. We gotta do one of them. Here we go. We're going down. Oh, that one is, oh, never mind. I was about to say that was pretty smooth, but that's definitely not. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay, that's why I love them. That's why I love them. This is where Hazel's friend Ava gets her popcorn, and she notices them talking over here, very friendly. And then there's just like hot chocolate here and caramel apples. And then we have the famous Ferris wheel where they take pictures. And underneath the concussion slides is where they watch their movie. Right here, this is an inflatable slide like racing thing. It's very complicated and pretty tight to film in, so we didn't use that. We did use the little farm over here, the petting zoo. So this is where all the animals are. Over here, I don't know if you guys noticed, but this was supposed to be like a mama pig and her little baby piglet. Hopefully somebody noticed that. All these animal build hacks are made by It's Floaty. He's got videos for each one. We got pie eating over here. Right here is basically just like seating, you know, for everybody to eat after they get stuff from the food barn, I guess. We didn't use the meals, desserts, or corn, but we did use the beverage for a little reference from the Latte love story, the 10 espresso shots. And this is where Ava and Will have a conversation as well. There's just waters literally everywhere. But this is the apple picking where Ava holds the SD card over the water. And then last but not least, we do have the corn maze where we have the famous kissing scene that everyone was very happy about. 2 kisses for you guys in the love triangle because I know you really wanted them for the Latte love story, and I'm so sorry. I thought you guys wouldn't want that, so I didn't add it, but I added it in the love triangle. I almost forgot one more build, and that is the office. And also the big city that Hazel lives in is actually Capto's. He built like a big city a while back. He let me like bulldoze the back of it to make more city that I could use. So I don't have that because it's on Capto's account, but I do have a part of that, which is the office building that Hazel works at. And here's what it looks like from the outside. Pretty interesting. We have the fake elevator right here because we needed access to an elevator. We have our mood station areas. We have fake doors here to make it look like a bigger office because it's supposed to be up a few stories. We have the big marketing sign that she walks by. We have all of the cubicles. This was her cubicle right here. And then we have this random like office meeting here. These are big backdrops because I needed it at some point to be a sunset. So I changed the color to make it orange because obviously we were only on the first floor. So I had to be a little creative with that. But honestly, it worked out. And then over here, this is where the receptionist is. And this is the boss's office where we have the Fabergé egg. It just made sense for that character. So we just had to include one. But that is all of the movie sets. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, so hopefully it's not too long. I try to talk fast to keep it like moving, you know. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed like the behind the scenes of my Roblox movies. But for now, if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you do. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.